Okay, so in this video lecture, I will discuss to you about limiting and excess reactant. This is our week 5 topics. Okay, so let's start. So as you can see, if we have one bun and one cheese, and at the same time, if you have one meat, at kapag if we combine these ingredients, we shall be having one cheeseburger. Okay, so like we can say that the three reactants here are your bun, your cheese, and meat. And of course, the product will be your cheeseburger. How about if we have 4 bun, 9 cheese, and 3 meat? So how many cheeseburgers can we make out of these ingredients? Okay, so the answer will be 3 cheeseburgers because ang nagpapalimit dyan is yung ating meat. Kasi tatlo lang yung meat natin, so definitely tatlong cheeseburgers lang ang kaya natin magawa dito sa mga available ingredients. Okay, so there are only so our meat is now called your limiting reactant. And at the same time, yung excess reactant ko naman ay yung may sobra, which are your bun, and at the same time your cheese. Okay, so now what is chemical reaction and chemical equation? So the difference between the two, kapag sinabi natin chemical reaction, ito yung actual process, yung the procedure or the way you perform the different chemicals you have, at kapag pinag-react mo sila sa isa't isa in a laboratory, the actual process is your chemical reaction. At kapag sinabi natin chemical equation, ito yung equation kung saan we can represent the process, okay, with the use of chemical symbols, subscripts, okay, and the number of moles, which are your coefficient. So that's the difference between the two. So ito yung example ng ating chemical equation. So yung nasa left part, ito yung tinatawag nating reactant. Tapos yung part dito, that is your product. Okay? Yung mga tawag naman dito, numbers before the chemical formula, yan ang tinatawag nating coefficient. Okay, yan yung mga coefficient. Itong mga nakabox naman, that is your chemical formula. Okay, chemical formula. So yan yung parts ng ating chemical equation. So let's define first what is limiting and excess reactant. Pag sinabi natin limiting reactant, ito yung unang nauubos during chemical reaction from the word use up. Okay? From the word limited, kulang. Okay? Ito yung nauunang nauubos during chemical reaction. And when we say excess reactant, from the word excess, meron tayong leftover or natira or sobra sa preparation natin. Okay, so for example, meron kang 5.4 mol, tapos ang kailangan mo lang ay 3.2. So as you can see, meron kang sobra. So that is excess reactant. Okay, let me give you one example. So let's say reactant A and reactant B. Sabihin natin ang available amount mo ay available amount. Sabihin natin sa reactant A, meron tayong 5.4 mol. Tapos kay reactant B ay 3.6 mol. However, during laboratory process or during chemical reaction, ang kailangan lang ay needed amount. Ibig sabihin ito yung kailangan para mag-proceed for the chemical reaction. Sabihin natin ang kailangan dito ay 6.2 mol. Ang kailangan kay reactant A ay 6.2 mol. Tapos ang kailangan kay reactant B ay 2.4. Okay, 2.4 mol. Ngayon, paano natin ma-identify kung sino ang limiting reactant at excess reactant? So if your available amount, okay, available amount is greater than your needed amount, so this is excess reactant. Siya ay excess reactant. And at the same time, if ever man that your available amount is lesser than your needed amount, that is your limiting, okay, limiting reactant. Okay, so let's compare. So as you can see, sa reactant A natin, ang meron tayo ay 5.4, pero ang kailangan natin ay 6.2. So kulang ba yung kailangan natin sa available? So kapag kulang, ibig sabihin, yan ang ating limiting reactant. So this will be your limiting reactant. Okay, next. Our reactant B is 3.6 mol ang preparation mo or yung available amount, pero ang kailangan lang natin ay 2.4. So as you can see, sobra. 2.4 lang ang kailangan, pero ang meron tayo ay 3.6. So kapag may leftover or sobra, that is your excess reactant. Okay, so that is how you classify kung sino ang limiting at excess. So masasabi natin that your A is your limiting reactant and your B is your excess reactant. Okay, so let's apply this in problem solving. Okay, so this is our problem solving. Okay, so our first problem is what is the greatest amount of NH3 that can be made with 3.2 moles of N2, okay, and 5.4 moles of H2, and which is the limiting reactant, which is the excess, and how many moles of it are left over. So let's dissect the problem. Mag-start muna tayo sa ating given. Ano ba yung mga given natin dyan? So as you can see, our given are, we have 3.2 moles of N2. So isulat natin 3.2 moles of N2. And at the same time, meron din tayong 5.4 moles of H2. So ilagay dyan 5.4 moles of H2. So yan lang ang ating mga given. Ngayon, ano yung mga tinatanong? What are being asked from the problem? So the first one is, what is the greatest amount? So the greatest amount, ano daw ang greatest amount ni NH3? Okay, which is in moles. The next question, we also have your kung sino ang limiting reactant at sino din ang ating excess. So LR, ibig sabihin limiting reactant, tapos excess, that is your ER. And then the fourth or last question is, ilan ang matitira? Okay, how many moles are left over? Okay, ilan ang matitira, or also known as your leftover in moles. So the first step here is to balance the equation. Okay, ang equation natin ay N2 plus H2 will yield NH3. Okay, first step ay balance. Okay, balance the equation. Okay, how many nitrogen do we have here? Meron tayong dalawa. Ilang nitrogen ang meron dito? Nag-iisa lang. So ano ang magiging multiplier? Ano ang ilalagay natin dito para maging dalawa siya at maging equal kay nitrogen? Okay, that is 2. Okay, so meron ka ng dalawang nitrogen. So pareho na sila ng number of atoms. Next naman ay si hydrogen. Ilang hydrogen ang meron dyan? So we have 2 hydrogen. And how many hydrogen do we have here? So as you can see, meron kang 3 dito. Ita times mo yan kay 2. So ilan? 6. Meron kang 6 dyan. How about here? Meron ka lang dalawa. So ano ang ilalagay mo dito kung saan kapag i-multiply mo siya sa 2, magiging 6 din siya para maging equal. Okay, so that is 3. Okay, that is 3. So 3 times 2 na ay 3 times 2 ay 6. O 3 times 2, 6. So they are now balanced. They are now equal. So that's the first step. Now our second step is compute for the needed amount. Okay, we compute for the needed amount. Okay, dalawa. Since we have 2 reactants, we have your hydrogen gas and nitrogen gas. So, i-compute natin kung ilan ang kailangan kay nitrogen gas at ilan din yung kailangan kay hydrogen gas. So, unahin natin si N2. So, needed amount kay N2. Okay, kapag kino-compute si N2, gagamitin natin yung other given or other reactants, which is si 5.4 mole. Okay, so kunin natin yan, 5.4 mole of H2 times, okay, kung ano ang unit na nandito, yan ang mapupunta sa baba. So ilagay natin mole of H2. Tapos ang ilalagay naman natin dito sa numerator is yung unknown. Sino ba ang unknown? Si N2. Yung mole din ni N2. Ngayon, saan natin kukunin yung ilalagay natin dito na value? Magbe-base tayo sa coefficient. Okay, coefficient na meron sa balance equation. Since this is N2, okay, N2, ano ba ang coefficient niya dito? Kapag walang nakalagay na coefficient, automatic na 1 yan. So, ilagay natin dito ay 1. Next is H2. Ito ang ating H2. Anong kanyang coefficient? 3. So ilagay natin dyan, 3. Okay, so after that, we compute that. So 5.4 divided 5.4 times 1 divided by 3. So the answer is 1.8. Okay, so sinang cancel, we cancel mole H2. Ang natira ay mole of N2. So yan ang needed amount. Okay, yan ang needed amount kay N2. Okay, since we're done computing kay N2, mag-proceed na tayo kay H2. So H2. So since si H2 ang hinahanap, H2 yung hinahanap, sino naman ang gagamitin? Yung isa naman. That is your 3.2 mole of N2. So 3.2 mole of N2 times, kaya nang sabi ko kung ano ang nandito, yun ang mapupunta sa baba. So that is mole of N2. And the numerator, kung sino yung unknown, that is H2. So ilagay dyan, mole of H2. Okay, so kukunin na natin kung saan, kung ano ang coefficient nito. Ano bang coefficient ng H2? That is 3. So ilagay dyan, 3. Ano ang coefficient ni N2? That is 1. So ilagay dyan is 1. So just simply multiply 3.2 times 3. So we have 9.6. Okay, 9.6. So sinang-cancel mole of N2. Basta i-cancel mo yung magkapareho. So ang natira na ngayon ay mole of H2. Okay? So after that, we compare the data. Okay, gawa tayo ng table. So third step. Okay, third step is compare the data. So ilagay mo dito available and then needed. Okay. Ngayon, ano yung dalawang reactants natin? Si N2 and H2. Okay, gawa ka ng table. Okay. Ngayon, ilan ang available? So, ilan ang available kay N2? Ang available kay N2 is yung ating given. That is 3.2. So, lagay dyan, 3.2. 3.2 mole. Ang available naman kay H2, yun yung given natin is 5.4 mole. So, lagay dyan, 5.4 mole. How about the needed amount? Yun yung nakuha nating sagot. Okay? Ang needed amount kay N2 ay 1.8 mole. So, lagay dito 1.8 mole. At ang kailangan naman kay H2 ay 9.6. So, lagay 9.6 mole. Now, in this table, in this data, pwede na natin ma-identify kung sino ang limiting reactant at sino ang excess reactant. Okay, let's check. Ito, ang available amount natin ay 3.2. Okay, 3.2. Pero ang kailangan lang natin ay 1.8. So, may sobra ba kay 3.2? Okay, may sobra. So, kapag may sobra, that is your excess. Okay, excess reactant. Okay, therefore, your excess reactant ay si N2. Next is, meron tayong 5.4 mole available kay H2. Tapos, ang kailangan lang natin ay 9.6. So, with that, kulang, di ba? 9.6 ang kailangan, pero 5.4 lang ang meron. So, kapag ganyan, therefore, that is limited, then this will be your limiting reactant. So, your limiting reactant now is your H2. Okay, so that's the third step. So, we've already identified kung sino ang ating LR. Ang ating LR ay si H2. And your ER now is your N2. Okay, there are still two unknown, which is your greatest amount and your leftover. So, let's start with your greatest amount. So, the fourth step now is to compute for the greatest amount. Okay, greatest amount ni NH3. Okay, which is expressed in mole. So, kapag sinabi kasing greatest amount, okay, we maximize the available amount. Okay, sino ba ang large or larger amount dito? Is it 3.2 or 5.4? So, we choose the greater amount, which is 5.4. So, kukunin natin siya, 5.4 mole. Karina yung 5.4 is, okay, kay H2. Okay, we multiply it, just like what I've said, kung ano yung nandito, yun ang mapupunta sa ating denominator. So, lalagay natin dyan, mole of H2. And your numerator will be the unknown. Ang unknown natin ay si NH3. So, ilagay mo dyan, mole of NH3. Ngayon, saan natin kukunin yung mga values na ilalagay dito? Okay, we will base on the balanced chemical equation. Okay, which is this one. Okay. So, NH3, our NH3, the coefficient of our NH3 is 2. So, yan ang ilalagay natin dito. So, 2. And how about your H2? So, as you can see, your H2, okay, this is your H2, and the coefficient is 3. So, ilalagay natin dyan, 3. Now, after we identify the number of moles, we do the calculation. So, 5.4 times 2. Okay, 5.4 times 2 divided by 3. Okay, so the answer ay 3.6 mole. Okay, kaninong mole yan? So, we cancel the same unit. Ang natira ay NH3. Okay, so that's the answer for the first question. Yan yung greatest amount. So, the greatest amount is 3.6. Okay, 3.6 mole of NH3. Now, the last unknown is your leftover. Pag sinabing leftover, yun yung natira. Okay, so 5 is your leftover. Okay. Kapag leftover ang tinatanong, gagamitin natin si excess reactant. Okay, yan. Gagamitin natin si excess reactant. So, ito ang magiging formula. Okay, so leftover is equal to your available, okay, available minus needed. So, since gagamitin natin si excess reactant, ano ang available natin? That is your 3.2. So, 3.2 mole minus, what is your needed amount? That is 1.8. So, lagay dyan, 1.8 mole. So, 3.2 minus 1.8. So, the leftover is 1.4. So, 1.4 mole of, kaninong mole ba yan? Sino bang ating excess? That is your N2. So, ilagay ang N2. So, that is the answer for the last problem. 1.4 mole of N2. So, 1.4. Okay. So, the answer here is 1.4 mole of N2. Kay N2 na to. Okay, so that's the solution for this problem. Okay, so for the second example, ang mga given naman natin ay ang kanilang unit ay naka-grams na siya. Okay, naka-grams. However, yung previous problem natin naka-moles siya. Okay, the same process. So the chemical equation here is Al plus Cl2 will produce AlCl3. So the first step ulit is to balance the chemical equation. Ilang Al? Isa. Ilang Al dito? Isa lang din. So equal sila. So okay na yan. Next, ilang Cl ang mayroon dito? Dalawa. Ilang Cl ang mayroon dito? Tatlo. So as you can see, kailangan mag-equal sila. So we do trial and error. So pag sinabing trial, magta-trial tayo. Let's say maglagay tayo ng 3. Okay, kung 3 yan, 3 times 2 is 6. Ngayon dito naman, ang Cl natin ay 3. Anong ilalagay dito? Kung saan pag i-multiply natin, mag-equal siya sa 6. Okay, so that is 2. So 2 times 3, 6. So equal ng ating Cl. However, nag-adjust ang ating Al. Ang Al mo na dito ay 2, pero ang Al mo dito ay nag-iisa. So anong ilalagay natin dito para maging 2? Okay, tama. That is 2. So as you can see, it's already balanced. Now, the second step is to, okay, is to compute for the needed amount. Okay, needed amount. Sino ba ang reactant natin? Si Al tsaka si Cl2. So, lagay natin dito Al. Okay, unahin natin i-compute si Al. Since kung si Al ang hinahanap, okay, Al ang hinahanap, gagamitin natin yung pangalawang given. That is 186. So, kunin natin 186 gram of Cl2 times the same. Kung ano ang nandito, yun ang mapupunta sa denominator. So, ilagay ang gram Cl2. At yung nasa taas, yun yung unknown. Sino ba ang unknown? That is Cal. Cal, di ba ang unknown? So, gram of Al. Now, dito ay iba na yung process. Kung sa previous, dito natin kinukuha yung values, dito naman ay iba na siya. So, paano na? So, okay, so tingnan natin si AL. Ang ating AL ay 2AL. Okay, AL. Kunin natin ang kanyang molecular mass. So, ano ba? Okay, ano ang atomic mass ni AL sa periodic table? So, you need to check your periodic table for this one. Okay, so let me see. Atomic mass of AL is equal to 26.98, or we round it up, magiging 27 grams. Okay, 27 grams. Ngayon, ilang AL ba ang meron dito? Dalawa. So, we multiply it to 2. So, 27 times 2. 2 is 54 grams of AL. So, yan ang ilalagay natin dito. So, lagay dito 54 grams of AL. Next naman ay si Cl2. Okay, lagay dito Cl is equal to ilang Cl? Okay, ito yung Cl2, diba? Cl2. O, Cl2, pareho sila Cl2. Ngayon, ilang Cl ba ang meron dito? So, 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, 6. So, ano ang atomic mass ng ating chlorine? We have 35.45 gram. Times, ilan ulit ito? That is 6. So, times 6. So, 35.45 times 6 is equal to 212.7 Cl2. So, yan ang lagay natin dyan. So, 212.7. Now, let's do the math. 186, okay, times 54 divided by 212.7. So the answer here is 47.22. Okay, what's the unit? So we cancel the same. Gram Cl2 ang natira ay gram ni Al. So that's the needed amount for Al. Okay, next naman na tayo ay si Cl2. Okay, ilagay natin dito Cl2. Okay, Cl2 is equal to, since si Cl ang hinahanap, okay, Cl2 ang hinahanap, so gagamitin natin si 114. So, ilagay dito, 114 gram of Cl2. I'm sorry, it should be the Al. Okay, times. So, ilagay ulit natin dito, gram of Al, tapos yung nasa taas is yung unknown gram ni Cl2. O, pareho din, since na-compute na natin yung kanilang molar mass, ano ang molar mass ni Al? That is 54. So, ilagay dito, 54. Ano naman ang molar mass ni Cl2? That is 212.7. So, 212.7. So, 114 times 212.7 divided by 54. So, the answer ay 449.03. So, we cancel gram of Al. Ang natira ay gram ni Cl2. So, that's the needed amount for Cl2. Now, the next step is to compare the data. So, meron tayong available, meron din tayong needed. Okay, since we have two reactants, Al and Cl2. Okay. So, anong available kay Al? According to the problem, we have 114. At kay Cl2 ay 186. So, lagay dito, 114 gram. Ito naman ay 186 gram. Now, how about the needed? Ito yung na-compute natin. Ang needed amount kay Al ay 47.22. So, lagay 47.22 gram. And yung kay Cl2 naman, ito is 449.03 gram. Now, let's identify kung sino si limiting reactant at excess reactant. Okay, ang Al, ang meron tayo ay 114, pero ang kailangan lang natin ay 47.22. So, madaming sobra. Kapag madaming sobra, that is your excess reactant. Next, 186 ang kailangan kay Cl, pero, 186 ang available, pero ang kailangan natin ay 449. So, kulang siya. Kapag kulang, that is your limiting reactant. Okay, so we're done identifying kung sino ang excess at sino din ang limiting. Next, meron din tayong tanong na greatest amount ni AlCl3. Okay, the greatest amount of AlCl3. So, let's proceed for the fourth question. Greatest amount ni AlCl3. Okay, so as you can see, sino ba ang greatest amount sa available? Is it 186 or 114? So, as you can see, mas greater si Cl2. So, yan ang gagamitin natin. So, 186 gram of Cl2 times mapupunta dito gram ni Cl2 at gram naman ng anion which is AlCl3. Since na-compute na natin yung gram ni Cl2, ano ulit yung gram ni Cl2? That is 212.7. So 212.7. Ngayon, how about AlCl3? Okay, AlCl3. So gagawin natin siya, AlCl3. So meron tayong Al, meron din tayong Cl. Okay, tignan natin yung balance equation. Ito yung AlCl3, di ba? So ngayon, ilang Al? Okay, dalawa. Okay, dalawa siya. Ilang Cl? Ilang Cl naman dito? Meron kang 3 times 2 is 6. So meron kang 6. Okay, 6. So we multiply them with their respective atomic mass. Ang Al natin ay yung sa atomic mass nila sa periodic table ay 27. Ang Cl ay 35.45 gram. So we get the product. 27 times 2 is 54. And then, ang ating Cl 6 times 35.45 is 212.7. And then, we add up. So, 54 plus 212.7, the answer ay 266.7 gram of AlCl3. So, yan ang ilagay dito. 266.7. Now, we do the math. 186 times 266.7 divided by 212.7. So the answer is 233.22. So we cancel gram of Cl2. The answer is gram of AlCl3. So that's the greatest amount for this problem. And for the last part is your leftover. Okay, leftover. Kapag leftover, gagamitin natin si excess reactant. So available, i-minus lang natin to. Available minus needed. So 114 gram of Al minus 47.22. So what is our leftover? So 114 minus 47.22, the answer ay 66.78, okay, gram of Al. So that is the leftover. So yan ang mga sagot dito sa ating problem. So that is all about our week 5, limiting and excess reactant.